get a solo episode of the longer ending this week due to pastor's schedules, but it allows me an opportunity to talk a little bit more about Philip's experiences out in the mission field in Acts chapter 8. We really, since our mini theme in Acts now is on how the message is spread by the church, we spent the sermon focusing on how Philip went about spreading the message, appropriately so. And I had a little brief mention in there about the attitude of the Ethiopian eunuch, the Ethiopian man, that I think maybe is a sermon in and of itself. So if I ask myself the normal longer ending question, had I had more time, or if we took this this text of Acts 8 and over a few weeks, maybe I'd preach another sermon on the humility of the Ethiopian man. I compared him to maybe the modern day person driving in a Maserati, right? He has a chariot. He is in charge of the treasury, a high position in Queen Candace's kingdom. So he's a wealthy man. He's driving in a chariot, which is a display of wealth and power. He's the Maserati driver, and not only does he pull over and ask for directions, but he invites the passerby to take the wheel of the Maserati, figuratively. Okay, verse 8:31 says, Philip has asked him if he understands what he's reading from Isaiah, and the Ethiopian man, this powerful, wealthy man, responds, "How can I understand it," he said, "unless someone explains it to me?" Or more literally, unless I am led by someone. I need someone to lead me, which is a rare posture today, and I'd be willing to bet a rare posture throughout history for a powerful, wealthy man to take. I need to be led by somebody. And then he doesn't just kind of leave it open. So I don't know, someone's got to lead me, or I wouldn't be able to understand it. So he invited Philip to come up and sit with him. A total stranger. I'm sure he recognized that Philip was a Jew, and so maybe had some understanding that the Ethiopian man is an outsider to this point in his spiritual journey, has. And he invites Philip in. He says, "You're the guy who knows more than me. You got to come in and be my leader. You got to be the one that leads me in understanding." And it just brought my mind back to the longer ending last week, where Pastor Drew and I disagreed a little bit. I think we would affirm each other's position, but Pastor Drew's idea, or we'll start with mine. My idea from Barnabas going and finding Paul was that when we do discipleship, disciplers need to make a real effort to identify and incorporate disciplees, right? And so the mentor identifies and incorporates the mentee. It's a top-down approach. And Pastor Drew is arguing for something different, that the mentee would go and approach a mentor, and the mentors would be really honored by the question, and in our experience here at church, that when you approach a mentor, they really are impressed by your humility. And I think the Ethiopian man is an example of what Pastor Drew was talking about, the person without the knowledge being humble enough to say, I need to be mentored, I need to be discipled. So I just appreciate that posture in the Ethiopian eunuch, and I think it's a posture that American individualism maybe has scared us away from, but it's certainly a posture the church needs more of. People humble enough to say, I need someone to bring me along in my understanding. I need a discipler. I need a mentor. I need a pastor. I need a friend. I need an accountability partner. Whatever it may be. The Ethiopian man's a wonderful example of that.